What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rhino Review Stuff. I'm Rhino and I review stuff. And I've got something special today. It's going to take a straight face. It's going to take a strong constitution. It's going to take all my will to not make off-color jokes when I whip out my pecker. I did it. So about 1.5 years ago, I took a look at the LaserPecker from LaserPecker. It's this little doodad here. It fits in this nice little case, and I have actually used this enough that I have more than paid for it. It's a special product for people like me who don't want to waste a lot of space in their office and want to have a lot of functionality. Well, the little LaserPecker here's got a big brother now. It's got the LaserPecker 2, and I got the LaserPecker 2 right back there. So we're going to take a look at this LaserPecker 2. We're going to unbox this bad boy, and we're going to see what it's all about. Are you ready for this? Let's take a look at my pecker. We've got an instruction manual for the electric roller. We've got the electric roller itself. In the roller box here, we do have some bands. I am not sure how they would be used yet, but I will have to read the instruction manual to find out. Looks like we've got a clamp. Looks like this will probably attach to the base, and the other side will probably attach to the LaserPecker and hold it together as one consecutive unit. Pecker, unit. We've got a USB-C and USB cable here. Wow, and here is the actual roller. It has very nice serrated metal wheels here, and it's very, very smooth. On the bottom side, looks like we've got two little clippy-doos. These are magnets. They do have balls up here at the top and some nice bearings. I am not exactly sure what these are going to do, but they don't want to go together, that's for sure. Pretty strong. I like it. So, again, I'm going to have to look at the manual to figure out what this exactly does. Next thing out of the box is the actual LaserPecker 2 device. It does have a QR code here on the side. Take a look at that. Focus? Focus? It's not going to focus. I'll put it under the other camera. That right there will take you to the app. Right now it is in beta, but they have the older version, which is still functional and seems to work pretty well with my old one, so maybe it'll work with this one. Alright, looks like this box. We start off with the LaserPecker 2 operation manual. I will definitely be using this along with this one. We've got our suggested add-ons, and I will definitely, absolutely be getting myself a storage case. Possibly the cutting plate. I'm not sure. Got a box with some accessories here. I am 100% sure that this is going to have some laser glasses in it. But who would have predicted they were orange? Orange laser glasses. Nice. And it does come with another USB-C and regular USB cable. This one is a little bit longer, and it's, yeah, I think it's going to have a separate purpose. A special purpose, if you will. Special purpose. Pecker. Looks like we got some cutting material. We've got a thin piece of wood. Feel some other things down here. Ooh, we got some, ooh, that's actually pretty nice. We've got a metal dog tag here ready to be engraved upon. We've got the LaserPecker's cowl, and it does appear to have a fan right here. And there's the cable to power the fan. Yeah, that's if you're doing something directly on the surface and you don't want to wear your glasses. However, I would definitely advise wearing your glasses because you never know if something's going to fall over, especially when you have big dogs. Here is the actual LaserPecker itself. It's nicely protected with foam, just like its baby brother. It is entirely made out of metal. It's got a very nice feeling handle here. It is laser etched, of course. Check out that laser etching. Do you think that was done by a LaserPecker? Probably not. Looks like the control scheme here is very similar to that on the LaserPecker 1. We've got the center, we've got the play, and we've got the... I cannot remember what that one does. I so rarely use that button. On the other side here, you can see the actual laser. Looks very nice. Not sure what that part there is, but I assume this right here is for a mount. And I assume the mount is this piece right here. And there we go. We do have a mount. I believe it probably goes like this, and it has some buttons right here, so I am going to also assume that this thing is motorized. It is. I don't have to look. I don't have to guess. So yeah, mounts up here. This is motorized. It will take it up and down, so that's pretty cool itself. Everything on here is motorized. That's so neat. We got another accessories box here. What is this? We got the power brick. All right, so it's not powered through USB-C like the little one was. This one's got a dedicated brick, so yeah. Looks like a regular old cable there, and there's how you plug it in. Next up, we got a nice little wooden ruler, and in this baggie, we've got an Allen wrench and 2 little screws. And last thing out of that package was this metal base plate. Again, it's got nice etching right there. Looks like it's got the mounting points right here, and it's got some nice feeling little rubber feet on the bottom. They are kind of tacky. They're that non-slip plasticky rubber stuff. But wait, there's even more. So the Ultimate Kit also comes with this 6400 milliamp hour battery pack, so this thing can be completely portable and you are not tied down to a wall. Let's open this thing up and take a look real quick. Kind of like those little stickers. I think I'm going to put these on something. Got a little user manual. Got a little cable to plug into the device. And I am just so impressed with their overall packaging. Okay, it's got a nice soft, rubbery, grippy bottom to it, so yeah, it's not going to go anywhere without some force. Looks like you plug it in right there. We got a USB-C, we've got regular USB right there, and it looks like we've got the power button right there. Of course, it is engraved LaserPecker on the top. This right here is actually... yeah, it's bigger than the original LaserPecker. I'm just going to pull my other pecker out real quick and let's take a look. So those of you who forgot, this is the original LaserPecker. It's itty bitty compared to the battery for the LaserPecker 2. Look at that. This is an amazing laser engraver. This is a battery for part 2, which I am really hoping is an amazing laser engraver. And again, because I got the super fancy edition, it also comes with this little accessories box as well. Let's take a look at what's inside. We got lots of stuff upon which to do some engraving. We've got a leather ID holder here. Perhaps you could use this with your baggage, or perhaps you could toss that on your keychain or something. Got 2 different color of leather bracelets. We have literal dog tags. These are anodized aluminum, so it's perfect to just print on right away. We got some of those nice little chamois cloths. These are the ones that I use to clean my lenses off sometimes, and sometimes to clean my screen. And if you remember looking at my LaserPecker 1 video, then you have probably already seen me printing on some of these. I believe I printed the bat logo, and it looked like it was a neat little Batman cape. Oh, these are what I'm really looking forward to. We've got some anodized aluminum business cards. I am totally going to put my old channel logo on one side, and my new little happy computer-generated face on the other. Got 4 little pieces of wood. We got 2 thick pieces of cork. And we got a whole stack of that fancy semi-cardstock cardboardy paper type stuff. So as is tradition, I will be getting this thing set up. I will put the new beta app there on my phone, and I'm going to load it down with a bunch of images. I will test a few of them here on camera, but the majority of them I will just show you the results. I am really looking forward to getting some of these things printed. I have been saving up a lot of different items over the past couple of months in preparation for this one, so I have been saving my money for this because it's really exciting. I was so quickly able to pay off the other one. I can't wait to pay this one off. It was substantially more expensive. So let me get started on that, and I will come back to you in 3, 2, 1. So, color me impressed. I have been having an absolute blast with this thing. Been using it off and on for the past couple of days, and I have made a bunch of random, completely useless things, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I can think of so many good things that I can actually do with this. There are two things that I have not done. One of those is cutting wood. That's because I'm in an enclosed space and it's very warm outside, so I have not done any cutting. However, I do know all of the settings and I've come pretty close. I also haven't done anything using the roller. I plan to do that here in just a few moments on this video. So yeah, let's go over some of the things that I have actually made. Vitruvian Rex. It was my first try. It's not perfect. I could dial in the settings a little better and get a little bit darker image on here, but for what it is very Da Vinci-esque, so I'm not overly unimpressed. I kind of like it, and yeah, this is going to be probably painted up, stained a little bit, and put somewhere here in my office. Next thing I made, I did my wallet. So back when I had the original LaserPecker, on the other side of my wallet, you can very vaguely see it, I engraved my name on there for, well, that's pretty much my old channel logo, Rhino Bones. It looked really great, but over the past year, it's kind of worn off, as you can see, so I figured it was time to upgrade, and I put my current channel's little picture of me, my caricature, if you will, and I think it looks really awesome. Been carrying this thing around in my pocket, sweating on it all day, and it seems to be doing pretty well. Plus, gosh, look at how nice those edges are. I'm really impressed by this. Next up, I've got a Buick Riviera, and I'm trying to design myself my very own keychain, so this was just a practice run. Wanted to see if Rhino Riviera looked pretty good, so I'm probably going to be shrinking that down and making it onto something metal so I can actually use this for a keychain. Yeah, that's the Buick Riviera font, and I think it looks pretty swell. This right here was my first attempt to cut something out. I wanted to just do the complete outline here of the Vault Boy. I was not able to do so. I didn't read the directions before I started it, so instead of doing a depth of 40% and doing 5 passes on it, which is what's kind of recommended for this, I only did 2 passes at 10%. So well, that's what it looks like with 2 passes at 10%. If I had followed directions, I probably could have got this little guy cut out. One thing I will do on my computer is I will crop this in some, so this is actually going to be a larger image that it can print. Yeah, right now it's got a lot of empty space. You can see lots of empty space. Printed on some metal for the first time. This is painted metal. It's got my old channel logo on one side and my little caricature on the other, so I'm just going to call this guy a business card. I think I called it that earlier in the video as well. Next up, my son is really into Spawn, you know that, so I made the Spawn logo on here. This is just a random cardboard box. I just wanted to see what it would come out like. You can see it did kind of burn through there, so yeah, cardboard, you want to be careful with your settings. Didn't cause any damage, obviously, and he's not getting this box because this has some parts for the computer over here. Tried out a little bit of cloth. You guys might recognize this. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. I really liked this. I did 1 pass on here and it got just barely crusty on the surface. I really like how this looks. I could have done 2 passes, gone a little deeper, made it a little more visible, but I really like how this one looks. And if I had printed on a different material, you'd be able to actually read this bottom line here. Unfortunately, on cloth, it just don't work that well. It works well. It just doesn't print the font or the text very well because it's teeny tiny on cloth that moves around. Not a fault of the engraver itself. And the pièce de résistance, or whatever you say. I went ahead and engraved on the back of my old phone here. This is a brain, and it looks fantastic. I am so impressed with this. Wowzers. So I did go 100 millimeters tall, and I think it was 75 millimeters wide. I'm not exactly sure what the dimensions are here of my phone, but you can see it even handled the curves here on the edges very well. It's just great. I am thoroughly impressed, and I cannot wait to start engraving on more metal things, especially now that I know that this one can handle it, and it handles it super easy. So now that you've seen what I've already done, let's go ahead and do one in real time here. I say real time, but for you guys, I am going to speed it up. I'll put a little timer in the corner or something. And yeah, we're going to engrave on my son's water bottle. Let's check it out. So I got the water bottle already mounted here. On the phone, you have to set it up in the correct mode. You have to set it up in cylinder mode. And what's right here? It just works right away. Right here, I've got my little logo. You can do start preview, and what that does is it creates just a blue light that shows you the outline of where it's going to be. There's actually something really cool, and I do want to show that right now. As I move my finger up and down on this picture, you can see it is moving the laser, so that's showing you exactly where this is going to be on the actual cup. So I think that's pretty darn neat. It will rotate automatically since it is set up in cylinder mode. So I'm going to go ahead and press start here, and let's see how it do. I had it turned the wrong way. I got that situated correctly now, so I'm really going to press start this time. And away we go. By the way, I am using the Android app here, and there is a very good reason for that. I'll get into that in just a moment. Much better. We've hit 1.5 minutes. Oh, that's looking wild. That's so cool. 2.5 minutes. Heinz Cool Beans. As we approach the 4-minute mark, I would like to point out that this is MDJ2K13's water bottle that he takes to school. Now his water bottle is going to say, Heinz Cool Beans. I would like to say, when I set this up, I did not intend for it to be this large. I'm really hoping that it's not going to kind of overlap itself. That would make me a sad panda. Man, that is just looking great. Now, one thing I would like to point out is these glasses are tinted orange. I believe these are the ones that came with the original, and they are green. I'm not sure if that has any impact. As I was doing the ones before, I was wearing these ones. I still have my eyesight, so I'm not sure. Then again, when I was doing the other ones, I also had the little cover on. Eight minutes. Really, for something this size, I don't think 8 minutes is too bad to get, well, it looks like over halfway done now. Nine minutes. 10 minutes. 11 minutes. I didn't need to put a timer there anyways. I'm just going to yell at you. At 12 minutes in, we are at 71% complete. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm reading memes. We're at 13 minutes. "14 minutes. You know, I feel like I could be saying, roll that beautiful bean footage. Wrong brand. Beans, though. Boy, that looks awesome. We're at 89% and 15 minutes and 20 seconds. I'd also like to remind you that ventilation is key. I do have a door open, I do have the window, and it is all blowing out. I've got several fans. I'm perfectly safe. 90% and 16 minutes. "17 minutes and 97%. Almost there. We are in the home stretch. 98. So ready for this. It's going to be awesome. At 17.5 minutes, we are at 99%. Oh, finishing touches. 18 minutes. Exactly 18 minutes to get this thing finished. That's not too bad at all. Wow, this room looks totally different when I take these off. Nice. All right, I'm going to pull this thing off. Let's take a look at it under this camera. Check it out! Heinz Cool Beans. 57 varieties. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, that looks so awesome. Left it a little bit blue there in the middle, but it is down to bare metal. I imagine washing this off is going to make a few changes to that. That is so great. Look at how crisp that is. Oh man. 2K13 is going to be so mad at me. Or really happy. I don't know, it's hard to tell. So overall, I'm super impressed with the LaserPecker 2. However, there are some caveats, and you need to be aware of those. For one thing, it does not cut straight up and down. So if you are actually cutting wood, it's kind of beveled at an angle because it's a fixed position. The laser's not actually moving anywhere, it's just the laser beam that's moving everywhere. Is that too big of a deal? Like if you're making keychains and stuff? Not at all. If you're trying to make a puzzle that's going to be put back together, that might cause some issues. But for the most part, I think it's going to be okay, because the bevel's not going to be that great. However, you're not going to, like I said, get perfect up and down cuts. It's not a deal breaker. Another thing that I really kind of worry about is the software. So on Android, super fast, super easy. It's got a few flaws here and there. It picks up the connection right away. You can connect through USB. There's not a big deal with that. However, PNG files, if they've got a transparent background, you can't use them. And, you know what? On my phone, I don't have an image editor because I just don't use my phone for editing images. I use my computer for that. Speaking of computers, there is a computer version of their LaserPecker app, and it's actually tons more functional. If you are going to be using the LaserPecker, I definitely advise you to use it with a computer mostly because the software is far superior. Software on iOS, it's exactly the same as on Android. However, maybe I am just a complete noob here, but I have the hardest time getting large batches of images transferred from my computer to my iPhone. I know it's an easy thing to do, and I know how to do it through like a software trick where I upload it to Gmail or whatever, and then I transfer it around, and then I finally save the file. But sometimes that doesn't even work, because for some reason, Apple's file system is really terrible. This is not a problem with the LaserPecker app, it's totally a problem with the iOS operating system. It's a great operating system, but not when it comes to transferring images and stuff. I don't like iTunes. Not a big fan of that. So I would totally recommend using the Windows or PC, computer, Mac app, or the Android app. Skip the iOS app if you have the option to do so. So other than those two things, I don't really have any issues with this. It works exceptionally well, and it is super fast compared with my big 400mm by 400mm traveling laser thingy that I've got on my desk back there. Actually, it's sitting right there. It's not on my desk anymore. And compared to the LaserPecker 1, this thing is astoundingly fast. It did take me 18 minutes to do that bottle, but you guys saw the completed outcome there. It took away a lot of material. So 18 minutes for that, not that big of a deal, especially when you consider if I had tried to do that on some other device, it would have taken much longer, and I would have had to have figured out some way to get it to roll. This thing comes with everything you need. It's got the LaserPecker, it's got the hood, it's got a little vent that blows out the nasty stink, and it's got the rolling device. The rolling device has a dual use too. Not only can it roll a cup, but if you flip it upside down and you attach it to the laser, then it can be a moving laser. And I have not tried that yet. I do have a board over here. I was going to try that, put that in the video, but I just didn't want to. There's nothing that I really wanted to put on that board at the moment. I do have some ideas though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a Google Drive directory or something. I don't know. I'm going to find some way to upload them, maybe on Imgur or something. And I will put all of the files that I plan to use for engravings, just in case any of you guys want to try them out for yourself. Final verdict on this thing. It is freaking awesome. I guarantee I will be making my money back on this within the next couple of months. It's not that big of a deal when it's something this expensive, because if you're actually using it and you are putting things out there for people to buy, you're going to sell them really fast. There is a very high demand for laser engraved stuff. Using it on a cup, super awesome. As long as I got the painted surface, it works really well. You're not going to be able to do anything on a mirror without coating it with some sort of black or dark ink. You're not going to be able to do this on a stainless steel mug without putting some black or dark ink. So those are a couple of things you got to consider there. However, what's the big deal? Put some dark ink on it and engrave away. It works just as well. You can engrave on Coke cans. You can personalize them. Love you, little Billy. Here's your soda pop for lunch. Don't give your kids soda pop for lunch in their school bag. No, thank you. But all in all, I really like it. As always, guys, link's going to be down there in the description. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will see you all next time. Bye!